Hi everybody, and welcome back into my channel. And welcome to the Country Craft Creations 2022 New Year's Eve Hop and Crop, or Crop and Hop. It's going to be really fun this year. There won't be any cutting guides or kits or directions or anything. The theme this year is new techniques. So we thought it would be really fun to, try to think outside the box, work on some techniques that we maybe have always wanted to try and just haven't had time. So I think that'll be a lot of fun. I think all of the designers that are participating this year, it'll be fun to see what everybody does. So my technique that I've always wanted to be, or I dream of being proficient at, is ink blending. But what we're going to make today is we're going to make a tag. We're going to do some ink blending on the tag. I am going to use a stencil and some stencil paste, or glitter paste, or whatever it's called. And I am going to use some leftover Candy Cane Lane from Frank Garcia, or by Frank Garcia for Prima. I don't know who's in charge over there these days. But anyway, so I wanted to, just make a tag. And so we'll see where this goes. It should be interesting. The tag that I made is just a little 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 tag. We're not going to make this exact same one, but the techniques will be similar. So I used the Distress Oxides here. So the idea is to start with a darker color and blend it up into lighter colors to almost into nothing. So my bottom color here, well, that's a good shot. My bottom color here is Picked Raspberry. And you can use distressed ink, or you could use any kind of inks that you want. These are just some of the things that are my favorites. So here's Picked Raspberry, and then it blends up into Kitsch Flamingo, and then into Milled Lavender, and then it kind of almost blends into nothing. It kind of just all disappears at the top of the tag. Then what I did, so that was one technique that is just super, super fun. It's fun. I'm not good at it, but I'm getting better. Then I shopped my stash, and we want to encourage you this year to use what you have. You don't have to use all the same things that I have. I have these brushes that I have had forever, and today may or may not be the first time I use them. But you could also use just a regular ink blending, here's one. Just a regular ink blending brush, but I had them. I wanted to try them, so I don't know. Full disclosure, I may go back to the regular blending brush. I don't know. I'm not a fan, but anyway. So I checked my stash, and I don't have as many stencils as I thought I did, but I do have this one that is a brick wall. So I just used that, and I used some stencil paste that I had called Lawn Fundamentals Stencil Paste in Fairy Dust. You can see the sparkle in that. It's so pretty. And it just picks up the pinks. It's just incredible. And we'll go through, we'll use another stencil, but just not this one. And then I just put you can use what you have. I used a doily, and I cut it in half. I just used some of the ephemera that I had left from the Candy Cane Lane, and added a sentiment on it. Tied on some pretty eyelash trim and a little bit of baker's twine, and some pom-poms at the bottom, and voila, you have a gift tag. One thing I would suggest you do is, if you do want to use it as a gift tag, before you glue everything down and you get all the good stuff on the front, maybe stamp or write your to and from. Yeah, because you don't want to squish anything. I will probably just hang this up as a pretty to look at for inspiration. I just think it's so pretty and girly and pink and just so sparkly. Anyway, okay, so let's get that out of the way. So what we're going to use, what I was trying to do, like I said, I'm trying to be fancy, and I'm trying to learn how to ink blend. So I did see somebody, I don't recall who it was, but somebody online, let's do this because that light is making me insane. Ugh. Anyway, I did see somebody use these three colors. They are clearly a better ink blender than I, because mine looks a mess. It looks a hot mess. I use Lumberjack Plaid, which is dark red. Well, it's not dark red, but it's more of a Christmassy red. Up into the Picked Raspberry, you can see I wrote them down here, and then into the Salvage Patina. What I did not count on was the Salvage Patina and the Picked Raspberry combining to make purple. I mean, it's pretty. It is pretty. So what I was hoping for is this paper collection actually has a lot of this mint green and pink and red in it. So I was hoping that I could get the tag to look at that, and maybe with more work I could make it happen. But yeah, that's kind of the disaster that happened. So we'll just put that off to the side. So paper. So the paper that, from what I understand, the best type of paper to use is a paper that has a smooth coating on it, or a smooth surface. I just happen to have in my stash some Perfect Blend cardstock. I think it's 110 pound weight. I'm not sure. Feels like it. But one side, I mean, it's smooth. One side is smooth, but this side, and you probably won't be able to tell on the camera, but the other side is super, super, super smooth. So you want a smooth surface. I don't know if you might not want to start with a linen type of cardstock, unless of course you want that grain to come through. Yeah, so all right, so let's get started. So what I've decided to use is these inks, and I'm going to put them here. Peacock feathers. I don't know. Let me show you this. So these are the little labels that I put on these so that I could see them. So I'm kind of looking for that. So I want the darker, the medium, and then the light tone. And I'm gonna pray to baby Jesus that this works out okay. So I'm gonna put them here. I have some blending brushes. Now I know they look dirty, but I have cleaned them. I haven't washed them, because from what I hear, you're not supposed to actually wash these so much as you should have on hand a microfiber towel, and kind of do this to get the ink off of them. And I did that, and we will see what happens. I can't see that any ink is coming off, probably because of the color, but I think we'll be okay. So I am going to set these like this. So definitely have a towel ready, have some baby wipes ready in case of an emergency, because there's always an emergency in my life. Okay, so all right, everybody say a prayer. Let's get started here. Oh, one other thing. Where did it go? A piece of scratch paper. I'm not going to use the one that has pink on it. Let's see. Let's just cut ourselves a piece of scrap. And I'll show you why I have that in just a minute. All right, so let's load up our brush. I am going to start with Peacock Feathers, which is just a beautiful that is so funny. Oh, it barely looks like there's any color on that, but it's actually loaded like that. Huh, interesting. Okay, so then I'm just going to start at the bottom here. Okay, you know what I'm going to do though? I can't do it that way. I have to turn it sideways. So that piece of scrap paper, I like to put it here to eliminate any fingerprints that might happen. Like if you have, lotion on your hands or what have you. So as you can see, I'm just kind of have like a light hand here, just blending it together. Don't know if I'm doing this right, but it looks okay to me. We shall see. All right, so then next we have salvaged patina. Let's grab some of that. All right, and come in with this one. This might not be enough of a contrast, but let's see. Just keep building the color up. I'm not pressing really hard. I'm trying not to press really hard. Excuse me. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this one. Pour this a little more. Uh-oh, we have an issue. I think we're okay. I wonder if I used the wrong side. Ruh-roh. Oh, in person it looks good, but on the screen it looks horrible. Oh no. Okay. Let's see what this one does. This might not be the right color, but we'll see. Okay. Whoops. Let's turn this around. So just because I have so much on my desk, I'm gonna clean these off. Oh, and I think you definitely want to have one of these craft mats, whichever brand you like. I think this is so old I don't even remember if it's Ranger or whoever it is. Yeah, just in case. Oh wait. See, that was almost a disaster. We're learning together, people. We're learning together. So, oh, that's horrible. There we go. See, don't give up. Keep going. I wonder if it's the brush. I don't think so. Try a different brush. It doesn't seem to like the surface of that one. Try this one. Okay, just in case. Okay, it must have been that brush it didn't like. Okay. Give it some more. Then I think it was. Oh no, I think it's this one. Go back to the middle color. Build up a little more. Kind of blend it together. Oh, that's not too bad. Oh, hey, look at me. It's not great, but it's not bad. Okay, so I'm pulling some of the darker color up into the lighter. And I'm going to go back to the medium. Blend the line together. It's crazy how on my monitor these colors look like blue, but they're definitely green in person. So I hope it's coming across well for you. Okay. All right, I think that's good. Ta-da! Wow, This would be a really good beachy. I'm somewhat proud of that. Look at that. Ooh, okay. All right. Sorry, I am a child at heart. So, all right. So, like I said, I have all these options. Shop your stash. See what you have in terms of glitter paste, or stencil paste. You could use ink. You could use gesso paint through your stencil. You can use whatever you want to use. So what I have here, I have stencil paste in white. It's just, just a plain white. I have the fairy dust I used on the last one. I have pearl, which is so pretty. Can you see the shimmer in that? And then I have glitter glaze. It's called Fallen Snow. So, it has like, I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't because my light is too bright. It has the little green iridescent flecks in it. And it's really picking up the green in my tag. I think I'm going to go with the pearl. Yeah. We're going to do pearl this time. Okay. So, some other things that you might need. Actually, let's pick a stencil. So I have this one that has, this little swishy little stars. I think I might go with that. That could be fun. Well, that would be fun to do in a gold embossing powder. Do I have gold embossing powder? I'm asking you as if you're sitting here with me. I wish you guys were here with me. We could just chat. So, well, how cute is that? I hope you can see that. So you see how this little swish comes from the side? Or, that's a little bit of overkill. Which way do we want it to go? Let's do it this way. Okay. Let's see. I don't have a gold glitter paste. That would be fun. Oh, maybe I do. Nope. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay. All right, I do. I have a Bow Bunny gold glitter paste. I'm going to put this one away. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit more of this junk to hold it down. Okay. Check my hands. They're clean-ish. All right, so then let's grab the stencil. I don't want it to look perfect, but I want some of them to be going off the side, the edge of the card, of the tag. One other thing that I do, because I'm not lucky enough to have that art station with magnets, I like to also tape this down, the stencil down, so that it doesn't move. But, inevitably it moves. So, I haven't used this yet. Anyway, grab your, you know what I have? No, we'll use this. Oh, this is really old. I might not be able to use it. No, it's... Mix it up. Ooh, it stinks. Okay. It's not quite as... I wonder if I could put water in it. All right, let's try it. This is all about trying new techniques, right? Let's do it. If it fails, I'll just edit this out of the video. Okay, anyway. So, we're just going to butter bread. Just like you're buttering your bread. Just cover it. This actually takes me back. It just flashed through my mind. Tammy's very first ever retreat in Utah. This actually might be where this paste was from. We did a Bo Bunny project. Gosh, this was what, 6-7 years ago? We had stencils and stencil paste. I'll bet that's where this came from. Anyway, so just go ahead and butter your stencil. Anything that you don't use, you can just put back in the jar. And then scrape off the excess. Right. I feel like that one's not. I think it's okay if you skip, you don't. Okay. Right. How fun was that? So then let's just pull up our stencil. Oh my goodness! Look how cute that is! I really can't stand it. I'm just going to wipe off the stencil until I can take it into the other room. Run it under the water. Okay. I'm going to just pick this up, set it aside to dry, clean this up a little bit. That is so cute! Okay, sorry, got carried away. Alright, so now wow, that is already drying. Holy moly. Okay, I am going to, again, grab my my embossing gun. I keep calling it a heat gun. All right, I'm just going to, on the lowest setting, I'm going to go ahead and dry this. Sorry for the noise. Just stick with me for a minute. Sorry, I need the higher setting. You want to make sure to keep it moving so you don't burn your hand. Or you can use some tweezers to hold it. I just don't want to mark the card or the tag. That is so pretty. I can't stand it. And I don't know if you can tell the dimension. You probably can't, but there's a lot of dimension because I used a lot of paste. Okay. Let's put that away. Okay. I just wish you could see the dimension on the stars. It's just, oh, you can. See it? It's just so, so pretty. I got a little bit on the back, which I did not want to do. But I am going to, what did I say this was? 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. I am going to take a piece of just regular 110-pound cardstock and cut it down 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I am going to just adhere the tag to this. It'll actually give it some stability, and plus also too, it will, because this tends to, actually it didn't do it to like buckle. It didn't do it too badly this time, but it just makes it A little stronger. I love it. So see how it's nice and flat? So it really does look like the ocean. Oh, I love it. Okay, so then next, I'm going to, might as well since it's here, I'm going to use my hole punch. If you don't have this, what is this? This is a crocodile. If you don't have this, you could use any regular hole punch. But before I punch that hole, I'm going to actually turn this into a tag. So I have the We Are Memory Keepers corner chomper. It's the angle and the photo one. Excuse me, this is like a peachy pink handle. I'm going to just go ahead and use the angle and chomp and chomp. And then I'm going to take my crocodile. I think it's set at, no, what's it set at? 1/2 inch. I don't claim to know how to use this thing. So I'm just going to find the center somewhere, center-ish. That looks right to me. And just give it a, so voila, we now have a tag. Okay. Now, I don't want to cover it up. I just think it is so pretty. Oh, man. It's just gorgeous. Okay. Let's see. So, let me grab some, where's my scissors? Let me grab some of this pretty white. I have some gold. Do I have enough gold? No, probably not. Okay, so we have some gold. And if you have one of those beading wand, like for beading, if you have a wand or something, I don't know what they're called, but you could use that, but I just like squish it through, and you can use a pokey tool, push it through. Not the white, but not the gold. Just gonna use my pokey tool. Okay. And let's get this excess up here. Alright. Then let's see, what do I have for string? Oh, I don't know. None of those. This one looks okay. Yeah, shop your stash for baker's twine. I have, this is slowly becoming a beach, a beach tag. I didn't intend for that, but you know, it is what it is. I have some of this. This reminds me of, like, you know, beachy rope. I could use some jute. The jute is pretty. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just tie some of this on here. Or you can use ribbon. You can use whatever you want. I actually have some. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I have some leftover ribbon on my desk from a design team project. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I'm going to take that and I'm going to try to straighten these out. If you're still with me, thanks for hanging in. Leave those there. And then tie yourself a bow. I think I just did it backwards. Oh, pretty! Sound like I do amaze myself sometimes. Okay. Right. How fun is that? And it took 35 minutes. And most of that was talking. So, as you can see, I don't want to say it was easy to do. It was very stressful for me, but it was less stressful than I expected it to be. So, I mean, all you have to do is just, use what you have in your stash. Again, I did not intend for this to turn into a beachy themed wave tag, but it kind of just happened. And okay, so next up is another combination that I've seen that I really love. Scattered straw. I'm back to Distress Oxides, by the way. Scattered straw, broken china, and seedless preserves. So this looks very Eastery to me, or very springy. And spring's right around the corner, I hope. So yeah, so let's get started. So Distress Oxide in scattered straw. See how quickly I forgot? Now I'm a little nervous, even though my brush looks blue. I washed these with soap and water and let them dry. So I should be okay. I just think that the blue stained it. So I'm going to cover this so I don't get fingerprints from the oils in my hands. All right, deep breath in. Here we go. I don't think I've ever used this color. Ever. It's pretty. It's very pastel-y. Very light. So I'm just going to blend some in. Okay, let's see. A little bit more. I'm trying to break this up into thirds. We'll see. See how it goes. So far, I don't hate it. Okay, that's pretty. Right. Next is broken china. You can see I've used this quite a bit. And these brushes, you can pretty much get these brushes anywhere nowadays. I don't even recall where I got these. I like them. My plan, as I mentioned during the new year, is to use more of my tools that I have. You know, I'm such a creature of habit. I use the same things over and over again, but I keep buying new stuff. So I think we're all like that to a certain extent. All right. Oh, I really like how the blue fades into or mixes in with the scattered straw to make that beautiful green. Okay. Oh, so pretty. All right, so let's turn this around. Let's clean up. Don't make the same mistake we made last time. All right. So now, seedless preserves. Oh, isn't that just so pretty? It's just such a pretty color. Again, another one I don't use often. All right, here we go. Deep breath. Oh, that is so pretty. Very, very pretty. Ooh, very pigmented too. Okay. Oh, I love those two together. All right, let's go back to the blue, Broken China. Cover it up a little bit. So this should, as it blends with the seedless preserves, you see that little strip of purple right there, which I am not hating. But what I do hate is what I just did right there. See how I like to find the line? Ugh, that makes me crazy. So let's go in and see if we can blend that out. Whew, it works. Okay. All right. Sometimes, at least for me, I feel like it gets, and this is just me having not practiced enough. I just feel like it what am I trying to say? I lost my train of thought. I'm just going to stop. I think I give up, and I just give up too easily. And see, all you have to do is just keep going back, blend it, and it'll soften the line in between the colors. Oh, gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? So I have Scattered Straw, Broken China, and Seedless Preserves. Let's just close these up before I put my elbow in it. So, isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh, I hope you guys try this, and I hope that you will tag me so that I can see. And then I am just going to, like I did earlier, just go in and define the edges. I don't know if you can tell it on the screen, but I just love the way it kind of finalizes it. So anyway, that is Scattered Straw, Broken China, Seedless Preserves. This time I want to do one more color combination that's I really liked, but it scares me. So let's just see. So we're going to do tea dye, and I'm using Distress inks this time instead of oxides. Tea dye, vintage photo, and then chipped sapphire. Anyway, so yeah, so let's try this. We'll see. I don't know. All right, so let's ink up our brush. Oops, make sure I have this close by. Okay. All right, everybody, wish me luck. Here we go. I think I mentioned earlier that I am using a Perfect Blends piece of cardstock that's actually very, very smooth. Okay. Okay, not too bad. There's some tea dye. Here's some vintage photo. This is my go-to. I use this one so often. I think we all do. Actually, let me just clean that color up. All right, here we go. Okay, this one has me scared. I'm such a big sissy. So this is chipped sapphire. These really, really dark, very pigmented colors, like I said, have scared me, but I'm giving them a try. New year, right? New year, new techniques. that is actually pretty cool. Except right here needs a little more. There we go. Just needed a little more ink. So yeah, so just grab your colors. I think I just screwed up again. No, just take some of your favorites and give it a shot. I really like that one. Oh, I really do like that one. Alright, so I'm going to take my vintage photo. I'm going to use my trusty dauber. That one, I need to change it. Load it up. And I am just going to go around kind of define the edges a little better. Let's see. There we go. I just don't want to get fingerprints on it. Oh, now I'm probably going to screw it up because I don't know when to stop. But I'm just going to... Oh, get out of here. All right. I'm in love with that color combination. See, what was I afraid of? I don't know. But yeah, so this was Tea Dye, Vintage Photo, Chipped Sapphire. Thank you so much for spending time with me on this New Year's Eve, and I wish you a very happy and a healthy 2023.